He's an asshole. You know why? Because he's bigger. He don't study the arts. See how you study the arts with fear? No. You understand?
It ain't about the arts.
Yes, it is.
It ain't about the arts.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's the first 5 times that we met, I dapped you up. One of the times is you remember Vlad had a battle event?
See, if it was at a Vlad thing, you could expect me to be in the battle.
There it is. There it is.
You know what I mean? You gotta look at how things pan out.
Nah, I told Vlad, I was like, yo, get styles, get styles, get styles. So when you came, you performed at the joint, I was like, yeah. You was walking out, I was like, yo, my nigga, good shit. Oh, what the, come on, my nigga.
I love your work. I said, I'm a fan. He was nice.
Appreciate it.
I'm not over nice. Over nice makes people play you sweet.
But see, he wasn't an asshole with doing that. That's not something an asshole does. He dapped you up, he said he was nice, and he kept it pushing. That's not an asshole.
I just agreed with that.
My energy was though, he's a big fella. I do have a slight Napoleon complex.
Okay,
I ain't mad.
I've gotten over it over the years, but you know what it is? When you're in the hood, and somebody's bigger than you, and they've been through shit, and you've been through shit, she don't gotta go through what I go through. Think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Most big dudes don't gotta go through what small dudes gotta go through. And then shit gets confused that way. Like, oh, bro.
Not me.
Right. Small dude.
Wrong small dude.
Right.
Wrong small dude.
You got small dudes always that is perfected in some special type of art that is trying to come up to try it. So big dudes.
Yeah, that's a fact. We be targets too, son.
Well, you know what it is?
We be targets too.
And a small dude's mind.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You want to pick the biggest dude in the crew.
No, it's not even that. He's automatic food.
Right, the biggest dude in the crew.
You gotta get him first, and you gotta put him down first.
Right.
Because that makes the example. Because as a small dude coming up,
now imagine
that
a
might
big
be
dude go through that his whole life.
Facts.
His whole life. That's what y'all don't realize.
Here we are. Here we are.
See, y'all both got the Napoleon complex. I understand. I understand the pain. I get it.
You mid-size. You alright.
I'm mid-size. I'm 6 foot.
You alright.
I'm safe.
Good.
I'm 6 foot and a half. I'm not even 6 foot.
Us guys though, it's like
you tall niggas got it. You guys, short guys, tall guys, you got to
like, he the one you gotta get first. Oh, come on, man.
facts.
I had
That's how it goes.
I had one big bro.
That's ignorant though.
Didn't get the big guy first, and he knocked out a few of my guys.
Yeah.
That's why it's weight class.
I'm upper. I'm upper.
That's why it's weight class.
And you got dread, so it makes you like another 3 feet.
Ridiculous. I'm actually light heavyweight.
But the dreads make you
Fighting
like.
205.
Nah, if you learn to talk patois, nobody fuck with you, bro.
Well, that's not what happened. That's
Look at a Jamaican wife beater.
We've never seen a Jamaican ninja before.
You're good.
We've never seen a Jamaican ninja before. You would be the first.
You ain't gonna see one here.
Bum a clock and then roundhouse a nigga. What? Oh, what the fuck? Run for your life. Crazy.
Shout out to all Jermaine Sterling, featherweight champ, Jamaican born, and whoops ass the human backpack. Shout out to all Jermaine.
Shit, bro.
I'm Jamaican.
Now since we on the topic of whooping ass, you've been in some legendary beefs.
Yes, I have. I ain't think we was gonna talk about this.
I had to. I was mad at MECC. I was like, yo, MECC, why you going to action soon? Not yet, nigga, not yet. Yo, Rockefeller, G-Unit, bruh. We talking about like the niggas that okay, Hip Hop Hall of Fame. All right, let's go into the Rockefeller section. Let's go into the G-Unit section.
Yeah, camp wise.
And then there's the Lock section.
Facts.
The we don't back down to nobody section. What the? All right, how did the Rockefeller shit start in the first place?
We love them. G-Unit and Rockefeller, I want to compare. To be honest with you, like I love to watch G-Unit and what they did. Like you know what I mean. I felt like they were smart enough to capitalize and be smarter off of what we started and make it happen in a different way.
Right.
They was able to take the mixtape game, 50 took his story, his life, what was happening, and was able to catapult it. And Dre and Eminem was involved and made it epic.
Right.
Which I thought was incredible. To be honest. Like, certain artists, like 50's an artist who tickles me pink. That's like somebody I figured, like, I can't explain it. He's like such an asshole, but a good guy. He's like a good guy asshole that you gotta love. Like,
he wanted to negotiate your contract.
From way, at the time.
You
but
told him no.
Yeah. You know why? Because you're a good guy asshole. He's a guy who, like, it's not even, to be honest, I enjoy his rhetoric probably more than anyone. More than anyone who's out. Artist, fan, or anything, because I feel like I know why he's crazy. And he's mastered the line of being crazy and dealing with the business at the same time.
Right.
He's a negative positive guy. Yeah, he's a 180 guy too. Like, I think he just
polarizing.
Yeah, I think he's mastered how to do it in the business way. Me, spiritual way, him, business way. But he's a guy who knows the trenches.
Right.
He's a guy who knows what it is to be rough and fuck you.
Right.
He's a little colder than me at sometimes. There's some things he does that I would never do. Never say. But at the same time, mine and his story ain't the same, so I kind of understand why he may be that way. But I feel always as a G, you lean.
Oh. Can we get somebody to fix this mic? Yeah.
Hey, as a G, what you know is King shit. So,
and you went to war with that King.
We didn't go to war with 50.
It started with y'all.
You don't call it that.
I would have shot Beans and Hove at that time. Wouldn't have shot 50.
Why?
There was no emotional ties into it.
Beans and Hove, you guys already had
Love them.
from the Hard Knock Life
we was on the thing. 50 was on tour with us too.
Facts.
Yeah, 50 was on a Rough Rider Cash Money tour. He was opening that. And I got to see him a few times, meet him. Really liked the dude. I knew his story. Like, you know what I mean? I knew his story before he made it on how he was, where he was from, and I heard it from a few certified dudes that wasn't really on, so it kind of like, I fuck with dude, like, you know what I mean? But I didn't know he was gonna make it like that. Like, when, I don't even know if y'all know, but like, it's a song I think called, Shot Down. It's a DMX song with me and
DMX.
You don't admit that, so you shouldn't say that. So less more talk will get you shot. Damn.
I made that the day I got out the pen.
That shit's hard.
The first day I got out the pen. And it was like, let me say my shit because I see where this young fella's going and what he's doing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think I was, I can't remember what my first line was, but it was pretty much to him.
You got shot, something you just got nipped. That's what we told him, you just got nipped.
One of those shit. If you ain't get shot and you ain't dead, you got nipped.
You got nipped, nigga.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? But it was from watching what they was doing. So I was like in the pen, I'm hearing case slays, I'm hearing everything that's going down. I'm locked up. I'm like,
Rest in peace, K. Slade.
he's moving. He's doing what he got to do.
Right.
And I really loved Banks at that time. Like, I was like, he's fucking a beast.
He was a
Banks.
Banks
That, like, I'm like, 150, you could tell he was from where he was from.
Right.
You could tell he wasn't bluffing. It's something about you get a kick out of people when you know, when you come from a certain places, like, okay, they ain't bluffing. He'll do that shit. Like, and so it was like, every time I heard him, I got a real kick out of it and a laugh out of it. Like, I fucking like this guy. Like, you know what I mean? he was saying shit that was just kind of making me like, damn, I like this guy. Like,
You relate to it.
Yeah.
I could relate. He's a piece of shit. That guy's a piece of shit. That guy's a piece of work. He don't give a fuck.
Right.
This is what we know. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we was doing Shot Down, I got out the pen, I think that day, and they called me to the studio, and I was like, nah, fuck that. They working a little too much hard, and they kind of ignored me, and I was good on that. That was like cool, but it was never personal with them because we didn't have no personal ties with them.
Right.
I had a lot of love for Rockefeller, like, you know what I mean? It was personal. Like, I wanted to see them win. I wanted to see what we knew each other. We knew our stories was the same. We was kind of coming up at the same time. I felt Beans was like us, but from Philly.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You already know what Hov and Dame and them was doing. Like, so it was kind of just that was more personal for me.
How did it start though?
Kiss and Hov just kept being on the same remixes and something happened. It just felt like they was aiming at Kiss for me. Kiss is our Derek Jeter. Like, you know what I mean? He's the
closer.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like kind of, but where we from, you fought with one of us. You fought with everybody.
Right.
And it started getting a certain way, but just turned out that way. And when it turned out that way, it was like, fuck it. Like it was kind of backstages things and certain shows and certain energy.
Oh, it was happening in person.
Hold on.
Got to the
Hold
level.
on.
Before,
But on record, y'all niggas started.
On record, it started. It's like darts being thrown, remixes, and
Because
it's
Giant
not,
Kiss had the
it's
joint
not
with
out
Mario.
there, but it's
No, I know.
that.
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
But I think we was somewhere at a show, and one of our peoples or one of our folks floated into today's scenery, and it used to be all love. Now it's not all love, and then we were somewhere like Delaware or some crazy shit, and then I just remember it again to fuck it. Like,
So there wasn't no specific incident you could be like, this happened and that's why.
well, they kept being on the same songs and the vibe felt wrong. It's like the hood.
The Fiesta and all of that.
It's like the hood. Like, it's when the vibe goes wrong.
Right.
It's no certain instant. It's no
Energy.
no one thing where nobody could pinpoint it, but the energy just went off.
Yeah.
And that
Sparked it.
I get it. Yeah.
that builds up.
We live it.
We
So-
went from Hov shouting y'all out. I might bark at X and spit at the
The
lots,
lots.
but other than that,
Don't
I'm
be fucking with cats.
we went from that to use. I would have shot Beans and Hov.
Yeah.
Well, that was years
Because of that.
before.
Because of the love.
You can't make love go wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
When love goes wrong, like I said, we didn't have no. When it came to the G Unit beef, it was kind of like fun for us. It was like,
Hit the studio.
it's what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Either way this shit goes,
We're good.
we're good.
Right.
How it's gonna go? You wanna go lyrically, you wanna go outside. Either way, we don't really give a fuck.
Right.
That's who we are. That's what we stand on. That's what we brought to this. This is what y'all know about us. This is what everybody knows about us. If LOX is there, D Block is there, ain't no security. We're gonna rumble. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and we getting up out of there. Right. So, and he was so big, and then the magnitude of what was going on was more like, this is bad for him. We kind of not them dudes.
Right.
Everybody else is.
Right.
Not us.
Right.
Okay. We cool with it. Like,
Right. We're gonna go forever.
nigga, fuck which way this goes. Like,
Right.
well, we wasn't emotionally invested in it. It was more like fun.
Right.
Y'all,
See something, we give it a day. We give it a day. Couple hours. Get on this. And hope you see him outside. And it is what it is. And however it pans out, pans out.
Right.
But with Beans and Hov, it was more like I got a lot of love for them. Those is like homies and this and our story. We came up, so it was more like. And at that time, it was more so like, I got 2 guns on me every day. Not because of them, just because of life.
Right.
So all that plays part. By the time we got to 50, it was more mature, more elevated, more we've been through, a little more seasoned.
Wasn't that over the Ja Rule, New York? Because Jada was on New York? So then 50 turned around and dissed everybody who was on New York. Because Fat Joe, you're on the piggy bank. Fat Joe caught it.
It was inevitable to happen anyway because he was on his bully.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
2 big dogs in the yards eventually gotta have to meet.
Yeah, they gonna clash.
Like, you the big dog, I'm the big dog. What we gonna do?
Can't be 1. Can't be 2.
But Rockefeller wasn't no record that we can clearly see where it started.
Nah, that was more personal. That was more like, I love these niggas.
So
I got love for these niggas, and it went wrong. Now my ego's kicking. And anything with rap beef, even to this day, what's coming up, 2023?
Yes.
It's always the entourage.
Cool, and everybody amped up around him.
Always the entourage and everybody who actually was involved.
Beware of the leadership in the entourage.
That's like think about it. Me and you got a problem right now, this exact moment, and we go, you know what, beloved? I got respect for you. You got respect for me. Let's spin this corner. Let's fight it out. After that, we're gonna settle it.
Right.
That works if me and you have an understanding. If he's not part of that understanding, and my homie's not part of that understanding, and emotions are involved, and other shit is involved, that doesn't work like that.
It's gonna go to the wrong place.
Now it goes to more of, it's more on a set than me and him.
Right.
Now
It's more on our cruise
Right.
than me and him. Me and him spinning the corner going, yo, you know, like what that sound like, what you said, fuck it, what you want to do.
Let's get it shaking.
Pick what you want to pick.
Right.
Weapon of choice, no weapon, or whatever we're gonna do. Let's shake, get it over with. We're gonna smoke, drink after. We don't have that establishment, then it becomes more of a problem. And then he may go, you ain't built to fight with me. My man may go, I ain't built to fight with you. I'ma hold it. He may go, he gonna hold it. And then
I was looking out to
He gets out of
big
hand.
beef, crew and screw type shit.
that's
By the
where it
way.
comes through the crew.
Yeah, I
It
get
comes
it.
on your man becoming your man, because even as rappers all the time, all rappers, fuck it, we on this thing, 90% of rappers are pussy. Sorry.
Yeah,
90%.
That's a fact.
they trying to man.
90. That was the wrong way to put it.
Nah, that's a fact.
Most say they haven't been
Let
enough.
me correct
They ain't been
this.
through what's
Right.
certain shit.
90% of rappers
are
not
not
really
aggressive.
Right.
And never been through
It's not
certain
going
shit
Pussy is a
outside.
bad way to, like, now we being ignorant. I'm gonna be 40 years.
Say they never
I'm gonna pull it back.
They never been through certain things.
I'm on my shit, but that's the wrong way to put it.
They haven't been through conditioning
If
outside.
you ain't been through, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you shouldn't have to be in a position where you have to go through that, because that's a wrong living. I'm just gonna be
Right.
You know, they're
talking.
But they're rapping about having gone through it, and some niggas haven't gone through certain things.
You know
So I
why they
what you're
rapping?
saying.
Because we did.
Right.
And those
sounds
that came before them,
And-
because
and-
it
and that
sounds
was
cool.
attractive
It's
to
what it is.
them.
So it's more so like, if you're not seasoned for war, you shouldn't teach somebody else.
Right.
Or if you are seasoned for war, you shouldn't teach somebody else who ain't seasoned for war how to be seasoned for war.
Right.
You should tell them how to not go to war,
At all.
follow the creator, pick up
Get
the
it like that.
I'm glad you said
Show
that,
love.
bro. Wait, because we gotta pause this. I'm glad you said that. So you just said 90% of the rappers ain't built for this and that. We can't teach them someone that's not seasoned for war to go to war. But what you say, every time you say the comment about security, that maybe you might want to, because these guys do need security. And then
I'm talking about me with security.
But
Right.
I always state that I don't have no problem with anyone getting security, but also at the same time, if you're gonna talk gangster shit, You gotta get security, you shouldn't be talking gangster shit.
Oh, we shouldn't talk gangster stuff at all. That is definitely that energy. No, that is.
Hold on, we should.
Crazy.
We should? Partially. I understand you with the creator. I'm with the creator and the Lord.
Absolutely.
And I'm here for what you do.
Yes, absolutely.
But if we're gonna acknowledge God and the creator, do we not have to acknowledge all the evil forces and all the bad things
the pain
that's going on at the same time? So with that being said, I'm a firm believer in one. I acknowledge the good book. And I just want to say this as an African man. Who put the good book on us and why and when? And before they put the good book on us, before I just go, but I'm going with your energy more than your beliefs, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Your energy, I'm totally buying into because it's believable for me. And I know you stand on it. And I know you believe in what you're saying. And that resonates with me, so I accept it. But everybody with the good book ain't. And guess what? My mom is with you on the good book. As a Christian, she'll tell you all about Jesus. You might tell her a page in the Bible, she'll break it down with you, for you. And I'm not against Jesus. I'm not against God. I'm not against Christianity. But what I am against is who put this on us? When, why, how, and do we know the history of it? And other than that, I just want to be godly, like you said. So I'm going to respect negative energy, and I'm not going to lie about it. And I'm going to respect positive energy, and I'm not going to lie about it. And I'm going to say, me as an individual, not you, not him, not him, not him, not him, not no one else, but me, I am 180 negative and 180 positive, but I want to be all 180 positive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you no shit about the good book, Jesus, God, Islam, Muhammad, Allah, the Torah, none of that. What I'm going to tell you is me as a human being, a spiritual being. I do have one higher power. I do believe in one creator. I believe he's for all of us. But I also believe in, I ain't going to sit here and be full of shit to you about the shit I would do to you if you cross me. That the most men would do to you if you cross them. But I don't want to be that man.
And neither do I. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I pray and I was that man at one point. And maybe I am still that man. And this is just being real. Just being real.
Ghost here. Ghost is in the room. Ghost is in the room.
You taking credit.
Because you might want to fuck something up and you tell me, like, you know what, you wake up, I know who you are. I look at you. You can go, I would fucking choke this motherfucker out. He's saying something stupid, but guess what? I love my creator. I love my father.
That man.
I love all that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be that man.
I don't want to be that man.
I'm with you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done that.
I'm with you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? If I hurt that man, I hurt myself.
That's
I gotta live with that. I gotta think about that.
I'm with you, brother.
I don't want to do that no more.
That's why I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the same religion as you. Peace, love, but guess what?
And happiness.
I'm with you on that.
You know,
I'm with you on that. See me? I'm the reverend or the preacher who's not gonna lie.
Yeah, but the only point I was making is that we see a lot of rappers getting killed and a lot of brothers getting killed, and security is a good thing. You know,
hold on.
He's saying for him. He's saying for him.
I'm agreeing with you.
I was jumping to say that too.
But also, we see a lot of people in general. Here's one thing I don't do as a black man. I don't put us in the boxes of what the white man is saying. And I don't mean to sound fucked up in any way. You look at the poverty to wealth ratio, and then you look at the violence ratio. Guess what? I'm not going to sit here and take ownership as a black man that we control or navigate or even have the possibility of the cycle of violence and overweigh it on ourselves. That is America's tendencies. We built America. We part of that. That part of that structure is in everything.
In our DNA.
Absolutely.
In everybody's DNA, not just in everybody.
Right.
Do we control video games?
Not at all.
Do we own the video game industry?
Not.
Can you tell me the top 5 video games anybody in this room right now? Google it, do anything.
Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty,
World of Warcraft,
NBA 2K.
Probably.
Guess what? Do we have anything to do with the amount of violence that comes on that video game?
Definitely.
What about movies?
Same thing.
What movies sell the best?
We don't control any media.
Action.
What movies sell the best? What movies make the most
action and violence
amount of money?
We're rated all labels on it.
Violence.
Right? So now, even bigger than that, right? Black on black violence is a very much big issue in our community. But it's on ourselves to police each other and have a talk. And now, people talk about the drill rappers, right? Understood. Do the drill rappers have any control over their shit getting on the radio?
No, they don't.
Do they have control over the program directors on the radio or the record labels that choose this thing?
All the recommendations.
No, they don't. But and are there other opportunities in different music that the label and the program directors of these radio stations can choose to play?
Absolutely.
Other styles of music.
Boom. That's one. Now let me get to something else. As much as we'll kill each other, have you ever thought about why we don't shoot up schools? Is that not the most violent and atrocious act in the country? But you want to sit here and tell me about drill rappers and black on black violence? Who said anything about white on white violence? It's programmed in your head to tell you what they told you to say and listen to what they're saying. The poverty, are we in agreement?
Ratio.
Right.
Crazy.
Is the violence gap that different?
No.
A few points. A few points.
Yeah, but
do we shoot our schools?
No, we don't.
Why don't we? Do you don't understand why we don't shoot up schools?
We have morals.
We did
Not just that.
Stress different,
We are scared. Even you might be the most psychotic motherfucker that ever existed. But if you know I'm gonna go do a certain shit, my whole community's gonna pay for this.
Facts.
The young white kid who shoots up the school doesn't feel like that. But yet and still, we're the most violent people in the country.
We're seeing that.
media-wise.
We're seeing
Because we
It's
don't own the
projected.
media.
Right.
And then you keep promoting to me and telling me to say what everybody else is saying. I can't do that. I don't follow the program anymore.
It's that.
I claim to understand the truth a little bit more. I'm not buying into and just promoting everything everybody else is saying. Do we have these problems? As sure as shit we do.
Facts.
1,000% we do.
Right.
But have you read Miseducation of the Negro? Did you ever take your time out to see this has been set up systematically from years ago?
That's why I thought you were leading into when you said the wealth to poverty.
The gap. Right.
Also, the violence gap is right where it's connected. The reason I think our kids don't shoot up schools is because most of the crime that we commit amongst each other is financially.
Yeah, money shit.
We don't shoot up the schools because we fucking scared because you know what's gonna happen to the rest of your
Or
family.
you going to jail.
Even
for
if
the
you
rest of your life.
psychotic.
We don't even think about that kind of shit. Our crimes are mostly money driven and survival shit.
It's not even money driven, but you're scared to do that. You may think about it, but at the end of the day, you might go,
think about it.
this shit's gonna fuck up my family,
Nobody thinks about that.
my community.
Or even it's just not spiritually in us.
There's no.
Yeah.
There's
To
no
just go murder
We don't deal with stress that
innocent
way.
kids.
There's no money.
Now you're talking about what I'm talking about.
Right.
So how the fuck do we get down to saying we are the most violent?
We never said
We're not saying it, but
media dictate
right.
it and then ride off to the sunset with everything they're saying instead of going, hey, wait. Here's what's happening. Here's where we're going wrong. Here's what we're doing wrong. Here's what we have to happen. Here's what we have to make happen.
Right.
We had to, instead of saying okay, we're gonna accept this.
To be violent.
Instead of accepting this, we're gonna go to the
But to understand
program
that,
directors, the record labels. You better make this shit
propagated.
but to understand it,
60-40,
but to understand it,
70-30.
and I gotta say shout out to Yayo, because he pointed something out. You catch a body, how much is that lawyer gonna cost?
40,000-50,000.
I want to say something.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Why do you think the police patrol impoverished neighborhoods the most?
They over police.
Easy.
Because we can't afford defense.
Right.
So whatever they get us for,
no, we
they
can't
got
afford
us
defense.
for.
We can't afford defense, but we keep focusing on the wrong things because we have the crab in the barrel mentality. I want to do better than you because that's been systematically programmed and set up for us to fall into instead of going, you know what? I don't need to have better sneakers than you, a better car, a better watch, better bitches, a better house. I don't need to say I'm better than you. I need to figure out how we better each other and how that helps the kids. That's what we are not doing enough. And that's what our own culture throughout the years has been diverted through mainstream media, technology, and money is to where we all separated and want to go, I need to do better than you.
Is that what was on your mind when you stepped in between that cop and that girl?
No, I'm a black man. That was what was on my mind. That's a black woman.
Yeah,
I like that. That particular one, you know what's crazy? That's happened to me on many a night.
Yeah, I've heard
Just
of
wasn't
But
recorded.
it's never recorded. It's always black men
Right.
or men. Like, you know what I mean? Not even always. It's men. So men dealing with men is a different situation.
Right.
That could have been a white woman or a white kid. I would have reacted the same.
Right.
To be honest with you, because I'm a man. I'm a black man first, but I'm still a man. I'm still a spiritual being.
Right.
I still feel right is right, and I'm not gonna look at two strong dudes who go overpower someone.
Right.
One of them go overpower someone when it takes two of them and think it's right. But I also understand more than that is understanding the value of ourselves and being able to communicate that to someone else. And that was a bad day for me, to be honest with you, because I should have delegated myself in a better manner because kids were watching.
Right.
At any given time. But I'm a passionate dude.
I didn't see you make too many missteps in that. I don't.
I actually did.
Nah, you don't want to encourage cops to be, or kids to be like,
did.
you pussy. Nah, you don't want kids to be looking at cops like, you pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that,
life on the
bro.
line too, because you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about your life on the line, because your life is,
it's
as
what
a
you
black
feeling
man,
here.
your life is on the line at any
given time. As soon as you step
at all
outside.
times. Like, I'm a black man. When I walk out the
Word,
house,
facts.
my life is on the line.
Depending on who your girl is, it might be in danger in the house, nigga.
But what I feel
You know what I'm
is,
saying?
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
that's just two people from my community who don't have the power that I had.
Right.
And I should have delegated myself better that day, but it was kind of my 180 negative that was kind of like, now I'm like, I really want one of them to touch me. To be honest, like I really want to provoke one of them.
Right.
Like, now I'm so mad that I want to provoke one of them so I can make an example. And I don't even know how this is gonna go because I can tell one. I didn't think both of them could fight, but I could tell one of them could fight. Like, I could look at your body stance,
shoulders,
your structure, all this. I know you know something. I know you could fight. Now it's more like you's a bitch.
Right.
Treating a lady like this. I want to degrade you, to get you mad to a point where I want you to, and that's not a way to think.
Right. It's emotional.
Because like you said, other people are watching and they can't do the same thing. But at the same time, it's hard to watch. For me, yet people get abused and say I'm not going to do anything about it.
I feel the same way.
That's real shit though.
Because somebody else would have pulled the camera out and just recorded it when it didn't.
Yeah. And I don't understand
Well,
that
not
shit.
you, I'm just saying somebody else.
I'd rather
You know what I mean?
figure out how we're going to get to
This
this.
this dude won't even let you take a selfie. I saw somebody try to take a selfie with him. He said, that shit is for the queens, B. Put your phone up.
Edit him. I was there that night.
Right in the middle of the downstairs.
Somewhere, yeah. Tell me what's wrong with you.
Yo, they got a record called No Selfies.
Yeah.
SOPs.
That gotta hit a record.
If nobody's around, you got to get the picture. You got a problem.
Yeah.
We get the selfie.
No selfies.
I stand for old school causes, like in old school rules too. Like, it's weird for men to do certain shit that women do.
Right.
There's no disrespect to certain people of a certain age. And to the new people, if it's not weird to you, I'm not knocking you. And I understand that, and that's your right and respect. but I'm gonna be 48. I don't want to extend my arm out with another man and catch a picture. Somebody else can get it. Nobody's here now. Alright, bro. Fuck it, man. Let's go. It is what it is. Like, if it is, because I always told my son and you know the younger males in my family, like even certain things, like a lot of people, I'm weird in a lot of ways. Body language means a lot, and if you come up in a certain era, like. I don't want you dapping me too hard. You know what I mean? If you're a stranger, too long. I don't want you rapping me. If you ain't my beloved, no man should be around another man's waist.
Yeah, that ain't it.
No, weird.
Right. Even if you are, bro, it is not it.
Like now it's like,
no, I'm gonna say something.
I always say everything that makes me the bad guy.
Right.
It's like everywhere I go, I'm the bad guy. Look. You my bro, like you my bro.
Right.
We here now.
Right.
We can do this. We got energy. It's connected.
Right.
As a stranger,
and you come down.
Why do I want to?
My nigga, I want.
Like why we
Stay away from the belt.
Like why? Like,
stay away from the belt.
Like we can do this. We can do this. We can. Like
right here. Look. We are showing. Look.
Where did this come into play?
This don't nah. I'm just saying. See how I look from the back? Pause. But you see how I look from the back? It looks
It's weird.
It's not supposed to be done.
I'm at a show, I'm at a thing, and I go, we taking pictures, it's a picture line, go like, yo, bros, chill. Raise your asshole up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even so, like, I'm like, I see, like, say somebody your size come in. Right. A big dab.
It's gross.
You know what I'm gonna do? When it's dab time, I'm gonna wrap your thumb. I'm gonna wrap your thumb, big fella. You're not gonna give me that kind of dab. I'm gonna get a little wrist control on this, and I'm gonna give you the elbow, and I'm gonna, like, body language means a lot. I'm not in, I'm in a different place, though. I'm not in your town. I want you to know immediately.
I just want to let niggas know.
Right.
If you ever meet me in person,
That shit was forceful.
do not attempt to pull me.
Elbow.
That's not it.
Look, I got now.
That's not it.
Regular pounds.
It's gonna make me upset.
Pounds and get weird.
Regular pounds.
You ever them niggas that down you and they be like,
let's go, my nigga. Hopping and shit.
yeah, like, come on, man.
Easy, man. Easy. I want to embarrass you.
What is that?
We're getting a little wrist control. Hit you with the elbow. Bring it in. Our body language is gonna be immediately right.
Exactly.
Big fella, what's good?
What's good? These niggas that be like trying to pull you over. Don't do that. What you doing?
I don't know you.
Niggas in handshake classes.
Please.
Yo.
This is 100.
Dropping more jewels, man. I love it, man. I love it.
This is 100%.
I love it.
This is the duality of your life. I have to say.
I am duality.
Which is really what cracks me up. Because we just watched.
Gangsta and the Gentleman.
We just watched.
Here we go.
We literally just watched. We literally just went from a conversation about shooting people, and on some rap beef shit, to how you're properly supposed to give a man dap when you drink.
Right. Gangsta and the Gentleman.
That happened in the same.
Here we are.
That was 5 minutes apart. Like from here to here was like minutes.
No. But on a grander scale, you listen to the rhymes. We are the streets.
Right.
If you hope we didn't make it, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my man got juice bars. He just opened a pharmacy.
Plant-based.
Back to the community.
Plant-based.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
Tracks with Talib.
Because I take the vitamins that he promotes because when I see somebody I relate to,
he introduced me to him.
Listen. When I see somebody that I relate to promoting health and wellness, I'm like, I want to take this shit more serious. I'm a nigga, I barely use lotion, nigga. I keep it a buck. I'm out the shower, jump in my drawers, keep pushing. I'm a little better now. But I see certain shit, I'm like, let me take care of myself better. My man more pillows. They got the cocoa butter rubbing now. I'm taking wellness pills, nigga, drinking more water.
You're supposed to do that though.
It's real nigga shit. But when you see somebody that you relate to, showing you shit, I'm like,
community, bro.
let me push that. I push that now.
I look at it, like I told y'all earlier, I am 180 negative, I am 180 positive.
Me too.
I'm not telling nobody I'm all positive. I'm not telling you I'm all negative. I am a gangster, I'm a gentleman.
Balance.
I want to be more of a gentleman.
Right.
I stand on my principles, I stand on my cause.
Right.
When I live the life, I ain't break the rules, I ain't bend them. I stood all the way with them, but it's a time for growth and maturity and get to a next level. And that comes with helping your people and understanding and overstanding that we have to get to somewhere different. Right. He's going to be, big bro right there, he's going to believe in a good book. The other brother, he's going to believe in the Torah. The other brother, he's going to believe in the Quran. It's my job to go, I don't care what neither one of y'all believe in. We brothers, I know the bad side, I know the good side. Let's keep the good side linked to wherever you coming from. Let's push it and let's push it forward and help who's coming behind us. Because if we could mend our differences, settle them, or move on, but between them, like we should be able to agree
coexist.
And coexist and go, all right. Now, if you ain't got to believe everything I say, I ain't got to believe everything you say, but we should be able to have that discussion and then to move on and then be able to bless each other. And to say what it is, because if we just want to be all yes men and all act like we all agree with each other saying, and kind of what society we building.
Right.
None. We're building something false. So I'm the piece of shit that wants to help. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's me. I'm that guy.
Right.
I'm that guy. Like, I don't want to be a piece of shit. But I've acknowledged I have been a piece of shit. Now I'm a piece of goldenness too. I'm a piece of energy. I'm all of everything. I'm good and I'm bad. But I can acknowledge that I want to be more good than bad.
That's good. That's maturity and growth.
And I'm gonna say this is where I wanna wake up and choose this side, because a lot of us lie to ourselves each day. And I ain't gonna lie to you about that. Like you cross me, I'm gonna split your shit and go home and smoke, eat. Don't worry about it. But I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person that wants to worry about it and go, no, I don't want to split your shit.
Right.
And let's figure it out. Let's help each other.
Right.
I don't want no problems. I'm scared of problems.
Right.
I'm not even built like that no more. Let me go, I'll let you go. But if not, I'm gonna split your shit. Get on with my day.
Right.
So why would I do that? Help me not do that.
Right.
And I help you not do that, and then we can keep being blessed.
Right.
And I think that's what the community is about, because a lot of us have a hard time to let go of the trauma, the ego, the pride,
the revenge,
and everything that's kind of
the revenge.
I'm still big on revenge.
Me too, man. I haven't matured past that.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
But I'll be honest with you.
There, bro.
I'll be honest. You know, I look at it in a way where
depends. What
when God start blessing you, you're like, I cannot really double back.
That's
right
when you
now.
start looking at it.
I can't really double back right now.
You got more to lose.
What we talking about?
Depends.
It's levels of it, because sometimes you gotta have enough faith to say, I'm gonna let God get revenge.
Or smart too. Smart.
I may not get the revenge. I want the revenge, but I'm gonna let God get the revenge.
And
but
I'm gonna see it happen, and I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna see it happen. Like, I'm not gonna just go, I don't want revenge, because I'm lying to myself.
Right.
I haven't. See, now you've matured more than me, which I can say is, this is the whole thing. Like, I sell fruits and veggies, herbs and oils.
Right.
But if I could learn that, and like we say from the arts, you get to learn to go, I'm gonna walk away. I know I could throw a knife at this motherfucker from 9 feet away and nobody would never see it. Shit in his ankle, his calf. It's not a gun.
I know I could come. I could come back with a dread wig, a pair of size 15s, and some big clothes, and nobody won't know it was me. You know what I mean?
But it ain't worth it, and I want to be better than that. And I think maturity. Some of us go like, we gotta be preachers, we gotta do this, instead of being. I want to be honest with y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Me personally, I just want to keep growing, because I've been one of the most violent rappers ever, because I really think violent.
Yeah. Shoot him in the head, shoot him in the leg.
That was been my way of being therapy and getting away and like, yo, dog, if you cross me, I have no problem crossing you back.
Right.
I believe a double crosser deserves a triple cross.
Play people by their own rules.
Right.
A quadruple cross.
Right.
Double cross me.
A hashtag cross. Hashtag cross.
Quadruple cross.
A lot of pain.
It's like playing cards. Like, you pulled out the
now, like,
draw two, make the draw four.
Understand that.
Make flat out of you.
What I understand also too is from being on my journey, I also tell people, I am very slow to judge anyone. I try to refrain from judgment because I even feel like if you're in a bad part of your journey, that is for a reason.
Right.
Because I've been on a bad part of my journey. I've been on a time where people could have said, he just did this, that, and that, and that.
Right.
Count him the fuck out.
Right.
And he wouldn't have been wrong.
Right.
For feeling that way.
Right.
But I got the grace and the gratitude from somewhere and a love to be able to keep pushing and then to get, like you say, get to this part of the journey where I'm selling fruits and vegetables, opening up juice bars, pharmacy for life. So I sell black seed oil of oregano, beet seed, sour sap, sea moss, yellow salt,
somebody,
elderberry, zinc, fruits, veggies, and
if somebody would have came to you 15 years ago and said,
never.
Yeah.
Then you gotta finish the
I
question.
wouldn't even believe it.
Right.
No way.
Right.
Styles P is selling what?
That's why when I seen it. That's why.
There's drugs in
That's
there.
why I'm looking at B12.
No fucking way.
I didn't
But
B12.
as you wake up, though,
Right.
as you wake up and you continue your journey, you start to understand that this is why I'm on that journey. I never saw it. Like I never pinned this for me. Like even some days I wake up and I be almost ready to be the old me for the health journey. You call these motherfuckers up and threaten them and do something. Tell them if you don't fucking do this, and half our people, that's what I'm gonna do to you.
Right.
That ain't the way it goes.
Right.
Keep doing what you're doing and push it forward because most important thing I think we as a black people, Spanish people, even poor white people, your soul is very important.
Facts.
You already rich. You're already wealthy. You already have the treasure. If you have a mother, father, sister, brother, son, daughter, if you're a husband, you got a husband. You're a wife, you got a wife. You're a wife, you got a husband, whatever. You got somebody who loves you and you could appreciate life and all that's going on. You have the treasure chest already.
That's right.
A lot of us start chasing illusions more than we need to chase the
treasure chest.
We chase the treasure chest and go like when you lose a few loved ones, you start to understand that.
Well, that changed everything, bro.
Yeah, that right there. They print and burn money every day. You can take my watch, crush it, my ring, my sneakers, my coat, my iPhone, my car, the foreigns, the American muscle, the whatever the fuck it is. Somebody's gonna make a new one. No one makes a new loved one you lost.
Facts.
Gotta wait to see him on the other side.
No one's gonna make a new you.
Jim.
Understand your value without all this shit. And that's how you get rich.
That's the math.
Right.
That's the math.
The legend, Styles P. You got a show coming up. JoJo.
December 16th, Urban Plaza.
December 16th,
Back to back.
Urban Plaza.
Yeah, fuck you mean.
Styles P.
Hey.
Alien Labs weed. Doja Pack weed. Merch area lit.
What? Nigga, I'm dead.
Hurry up.
Look, you wear a hoodie, you getting free. You wear a hoodie, you getting free.
That's who I
Hell no.
That calm.
I was gonna let that slide. I felt flavors. No fucking way. You might need me outside early. I'm gonna hug you and dap you. That's what I do.
There it is.
Now here's what we want to
Cop
do.
them
We want to
tickets.
say to the what we also want to say because we are doing this. Like this is not a joke because everything we do over here, we want to keep our people in mind.
Right.
New York cannabis people don't. 80% of us don't know how to grow weed. 85% of us don't know how to grow weed.
Facts.
Excuse me. A lot of our brothers from Cali is gonna come over here and want to do business. 80% to 85% of y'all don't know New York culture. Now, if we don't unite and join together, that means big industries is gonna come in and take it all anyway.
Facts.
So
they're already paying people for their licenses. If you out there and you could get a license because you've been incarcerated, don't sell your license.
Okay.
Don't sell it.
Okay, I won't.
You know how hard it is to get a license.
Facts. But
you know how hard the application is to fill out.
I won't.
Like these are the things we don't even talk about.
Shout out to my nigga Chase Balls.
They've been buying them up though.
You know how hard that is. So we as a people gotta hold each other down.
Right.
Love is love. You already know what it is. Do the math.
Okay.
Go.
We out.
This trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.